Man, I love that money counter noise.
Man. Like, just do a thing, you know, whatever. And I'll just, you know.
Episode 120.
Yes, sir. What's that?
Crimson and Clover.
Oh, okay. Crimson and Clover. Let this rock for a minute. Hold on.
It's that vibe.
It's better.
Would you come walking over? Not away from the show.
Y'all already know what time it is, baby. It's your boy, Say It, man. You know what I'm saying? We're Kurt the King, and it's another episode, another edition of Face Value Podcast, man. You know our brother Nate, he's still with us. But my boy in Texas, man.
He'll be back next week.
He'll be back next week, man. That's the beauty of having like 3 motherfuckers now. I can take a day off now.
You can, but then the energy
I'm the only one. I'm the only one that ain't took no day off.
What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
Patreon so the Patreon doesn't really give you PTO.
Yeah, we got my boy right here, special guest, a neighborhood favorite,
Yeah.
The myth, the legend, Phil Howard. Hit the thing for Phil Howard.
Which one you want? You want this? That's how we're gonna give it up for Nick.
Nick Phil Howard, everybody, man. One of my great friends.
Harry, I'm gonna lead us into the first topic with the second intro song.
Oh, what's up?
You ready?
Yeah. All I need to hear is
This was my wake up like a ringer forever.
This this ain't my shit. Good morning. It's alright.
This shit is so good.
Graduation, my least favorite one. Good morning.
What's your favorite one? We talked about this outlet.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
That's so corny.
How's
Jesus
that
is
corny?
not the best Kanye album.
That's my favorite Kanye album.
Nah, that's fucking
The best one is
Fantasy. My favorite is 808s, but the best one is by far Fantasy.
Yeah, the best one is Fantasy by far. My favorite one is Jesus.
Are you just trying to be anti with that shit or what?
Because I'm the anti now.
There's only 3 good songs on Jesus.
No. What? I'm blown away. Nick, come
I don't
get
even need
me,
to
man.
be here, dude.
Nick, come get me, man. You just said that's only 3 good
Blood
songs.
on the Leaves.
I mean, honestly, I gotta be honest
Black
with you. I don't fucking
Skinhead,
know.
Bound 2. What else is on there?
Come on, man. What's the one with King Louis? And they both suck like they came to lose.
Oh, like is that
On Sight.
Is that Hold My Liquor?
No, that's On Sight. Hold My Liquor.
Hold My Liquor is mid.
That Hold My Liquor is hard.
Super mid.
And I'm in it. And it is hard. Bro, all this shit hard. Guilt Trip.
Guilt Trip's okay.
Honestly,
Bound.
I said Bound too.
Send this shit up right now. Send this shit up. Come on. That's the whole album. We just named every song on the album. They all hard.
All right, so for the first 10 minutes, we just name fucking Kanye songs.
Nick, what's your favorite Kanye?
I don't know, man. I like Kanye. It's fine.
See, the thing, I'm from
Like,
Chicago.
this is why I was like, let's not talk about Kanye.
I'm the only one that's actually
know what
from
the fuck to say
Chicago.
about that.
I'm the only one that's actually from Chicago, so I'm like the only one. Like, I always gonna love Kanye. No matter what Kanye say, no matter how mad I am at him,
He's a
at
fucking
this point,
idiot. Like,
at
he
this
needs
point,
to take his meds, dude. Like,
There was
get back on
there was
that
a
shit.
documented time on the podcast where you were not loving Kanye.
yeah, no, for real. But the thing about
we
it
can
is,
pull that
Kanye to me is like a part of my family, man. This nigga's in my family, y'all.
No, he's not.
Like,
He doesn't know you or care about you.
I know, but because like think about it like this, bro. Like before I could even get a job, when I was like 14, like I was raking leaves listening to Kanye, bro. I remember before Kanye album came out, when he had all the songs that's on Freshman Adjustments. Like I remember when all that shit was leaked, and I bought that shit.
It's just like this little mixtape of all the unreleased
It's
shit.
all the unreleased shit before College Dropout. So like arguments.
What's
and,
like Through the Wire like that? Is that
That's College Dropout. So
right?
that was
Okay,
his
I like
first
that song.
album.
That was his first single ever. Through the Wire.
Oh my god.
That's when he was like still a human.
I gotta teach Nick.
Like,
Nick, I
fucking-
really gotta give you a dose of like good Kanye because I really feel like you're gonna enjoy it.
All right. Well, I can probably guarantee it won't be on 808s.
I just want to
Or
tell
on,
you.
or on Yeezus. Sorry, man.
I just want to
Trying
tell
to make a
you.
joke.
I don't want to embarrass you or nothing, but I gotta tell him because it's funny as hell.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
We was
You got a story in the tuck already?
Me and Nick was
so
at
he's
this
ready for
party.
this.
Me and Nick was at this party, and we was with this Brazilian nigga. Was he Brazilian? I don't know what the fuck he was. He was foreign as hell.
Jesus Christ.
And he was like, I've never heard. Who is Kanye
Sound
West?
like
I've
Kanye
never
West,
heard of
right?
Kanye West.
And what did I put on?
Me and
my name or
everybody,
something?
me and everybody else was like, oh, you never heard Ye? Let me go to the computer. Nigga put on College Dropout. Everybody in the room. You know what I'm saying? Head nod. Nick come on, was like, can I play you my new band? Let me put it on. In the middle of the song, like, Nick, come on, man. He ain't never heard Ye.
There's no way you put on College Dropout.
All Falls Down is on.
Yeah,
He's all
All
crying
Fall,
and
for the first time. A nigga listening to All Fall Down for the first time, and you put your band on.
Fucking acting like you don't do dumb shit when you're drunk too.
I mean, I do, but it was funny as hell.
He's like, y'all like techno
it
punk?
was funny.
What? Chill.
Nah, but
You guys like the Locust?
Have you been to San Diego recently?
no, but like, I'm from Chicago. I'm always gonna fuck
Put
with
on
Ye. Like,
Dillinger Escape Plan.
I was buying Ye CDs from the gas station from my nigga King George. I told y'all about
The
King
bootleg
George.
joints?
Right? Yeah, like listening to that shit when he had Heavy Hitters for Life, like on some WGCI shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, when the CD shit fell apart, it fucked up hella people's money.
Yeah, for
Selling
real.
the bootlegs.
For real.
DJ Drama was crying. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, yo, cause like that was niggas hustle for him. That was like niggas whole hustle for real.
Yeah.
Like I told y'all, the nigga King George from my school, man.
Wait, so
he
he was
used
just
to-
he was just selling fucking.
They would just
shit
burn
before
them.
it was
Yeah.
released
They would get those
or-
super
or-
burners
I
and just
see,
burn
okay.
hell the
yeah,
CDs.
because he would had a joint. He would had a joint before it was out. Because CDs came out on Tuesday.
Pre like internet streaming shit.
Yeah. And like he'd give me the CD and I'd be like, all right, maybe this is just like some shit that somebody made and then the album come out and it would be the exact album. Like, how the fuck you get this 2 weeks early? That's when the CD presses was out, when niggas was leaking that shit like crazy.
You could like literally buy one like a thing that's like made just to fucking burn.
Yeah.
You could just pump shit out, yeah.
Yeah, and
you would
niggas-
plug it into your computer,
niggas
your
was-
Like
tower.
those like tower things. Yeah.
Because niggas was working at the CD plant. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Like,
for real?
That's how songs would
Yeah.
leak back in the day.
it's like I would have the
So
shit.
they just like have like access to fuck tons
Because
of
they'd be
blank
pressing it
CDs
a
and
month
shit like
early.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Because they went because imagine to distribute it all and have it all in the stores when the day come out, you got to have that shit done a month ahead of
Right.
time. It ain't nothing for a nigga to like, put the CD in his pocket and walk out of work.
Some albums would leak like 6 months early.
Yeah,
and it'd be
motherfuckers
the
would
real
do-
album.
I remember when Wayne redid his whole album because it leaked.
Yeah.
The Carter was that Carter 3?
Nah, 3 was the one with like Lollipop and shit on it.
But I think that was that the one that he had that he redid when it leaked early.
I don't think so.
Oh no,
I don't
it was
remember.
some shit.
I think 3, it's funny because 3, some people say is Wayne's best shit. I think that was the beginning of his fall off.
No,
Yeah, it was. Because
I
that
don't
was
think so.
between 2 and 3 was when all those mixtapes were coming out, like No
Yeah.
Ceilings and shit.
but I mean, you still got like the drought 3 is after Carter 3, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you still had the drought 3. You had no ceilings. No ceilings is after 3.
Nah, I think No Ceilings pre 3.
Is it? Shit, I don't know.
Tell Nate's not here. I'm just a placeholder right now. I don't know what the fuck they're talking.
No, we
Well, the reason we
Yeah.
dropped Good Morning is because Kanye West was on Drink Champs, and we've all, except for Nick, viewed
Oh,
it.
true,
Yeah.
true.
And it was
You were talking
definitely,
about that at dinner.
it was the best Kanye interview I've seen anyone get in years, if not ever.
It may be the best one, but it's not my favorite one.
Was it like,
What's your favorite one, Sway?
Sway, you don't have the answers.
Slay. I was watching that shit.
Everyone knows that.
Literally
shit,
came
yeah.
on my timeline the early day. I was like, I'll never forget this shit.
You know what is really crazy though? A lot of the things he was saying in that Sway interview ended up being very true. As soon
That's
as he
the
got the
thing.
infrastructure, he
Yeah.
blew the fuck
Look,
up.
man, fucking,
Like,
he is a total artist. Like,
Yeah.
hands down. Like
he
that,
just
that
doesn't
dude,
present things the best
he-
way.
he's,
Exactly.
he's super cocky.
And he-
He's mentally ill, and dude, like a lot of the times, mentally ill people like kind of see shit differently than other people, and are able to fucking,
Yeah.
really, really fucking make something awesome, but not be able to portray it
I-
the right way. Like, really, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
completely.
Well, their perception's different.
I
They
completely-
perceive
it
things
is,
so
yeah.
differently.
I completely agree with you.
but it's shit that like at face value isn't exactly like doesn't go over well right away. But you let it stew a little bit, and later
Yeah.
on you're like, oh, I get it now.
Well, because people aren't used to being like presented shit that way. You know what I mean? So they think Kanye's like aggressive and fucking
I
weird.
mean, he is aggressive and weird. Like, there's no question about
But
that.
like,
But aggressive and weird is what I fuck with.
I think
Just
that's what
not,
made
Trump.
I think that's what made the interview dope for me because like he fully acknowledged that everything that we just said. He fully acknowledges it.
He's not an idiot. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's not an idiot. He's just fucking, I mean, can you imagine being someone from Chicago that like grew up like he did, that like is that kind of person, that mentally ill? I keep saying mentally ill, but like he's an artist, dude. Like he's, he's a bipolar motherfucker.
Yeah.
I grew up with people like that. getting that amount of money that quickly, like, it's gotta fuck you up. Like,
Yes, I can imagine it. That's what I was trying to do.
it's gotta fuck.
I think it's a slow burn kind of situation because Kanye's been on top for so long that his reality is so far different than anybody else.
He doesn't understand what like real life is anymore. Like, he's been in like this fabricated thing that's a super fucking bubble, like a small one too. With people that have that much money, like don't really get. They forget like what it's like to be like an actual person.
I don't even think with Kanye, it's about the money more than it's about the fame. Cause like you listen to College Dropout, like that's all he ever really rap about is fame. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's about. Wait, you saying it's less about the money?
It's less about the money and more about the fame.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you there. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like even on college, the whole thing of College Dropout was trying to get famous.
If you like really look, if you really look at him, you can like kind of see like someone that's just looking for approval, and that kind of stems into like a large fucking. You know, if
It's
that's
like,
what you really
I
want
think that-
100%
I think that, like-
all the time, then like
I think that's what he wanted so bad, and then once he got that shit, once he got the approval, he was just like fuck everybody because like he saw what
like some told
he
you
got
so
what
shit.
he got what he wanted, and then saw that it wasn't what he thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, but he also was never able to let go of it because he's still doing the same thing with Donda and Drake CLB that he was trying to do with 50 back when he did the he's still trying to be the best when really what he's done is like untouchable at this point and just drop your album. You shouldn't still be trying to race motherfuckers and like I need to outsell you and
But, like,
shit.
when
It's
he
like,
was-
dude,
it's
it's
gonna
whatever.
sell.
During the interview,
He can drop anything. And it's
during the
gonna sell.
interview, he kind
He
of
dropped those
addressed that.
fucking Yeezy boots and
No, but
people
he-
bought those and those are horrible.
I mean, I think.
Well,
all of
hold on,
it's
we'll get into that soon. But he will get into that in a minute. But he kind of addressed that in the thing. He was just like, I know Drake rap better than me. He was like, I know niggas do shit better than me. But he was
a
like,
low bar.
but what he did say that was true was that he was like, but I'm contending in every element. I know I'm not the most famous fashion designer, but like I'm there.
No,
He was like,
the way he said that was perfect. And not to like cut you off, but he was basically saying, I can be in the same lane with Virgil, who's designing at Louis, but I can also be in the race with Drake for a music album. He's like, Drake can't make you a bag. He's like, Virgil can't make you a song.
Yeah.
He's like, I can be in the caliber of both of these high level people and still be like competing.
At 42 years old. 44 years old. Which I was like,
that old
damn.
now?
That's not that old.
That's what I was
I mean,
saying.
that means like I'm old.
That's
Just
what I'm
like,
saying.
I just,
Is,
you know, like,
but that's what I'm saying about the Ye interview. Like, yeah, dude is fucking crazy. He did say a lot of shit. Like, I'm just like, oh, that nigga crazy as hell. He's wild. But he said a lot of real shit in the interview for real.
But that's the whole thing why people just put him in the crazy box because they can't weed
crazy's
through
a
it.
dumb fucking thing to say.
You know,
though. It's like,
I'm just saying people can't weed through what he's saying. They hear him say one out of pocket thing and they're like, this dude's fucking crazy.
Exactly.
You got to keep listening and.
I totally agree with that. And like, I think even if you do keep listening, like you're still gonna find someone that is like super super lost.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter how much fucking money you have. Like
You gon-
that dude had the right idea, but like.
But I'm
just
talking
went around it
about
the
I'm
wrong
talking about
way.
like ideas behind like art and
He
like
is a great
society
he's an amazing artist.
and
yeah.
like the way he be thinking and shit. Like when he was talking about like having an orphanage. When he was talking about owning an orphanage, I ain't never heard niggas talk about owning no orphanage. But like low key,
because it shows maybe he cares, but also like
but no,
what
but
a
like
gnarly
low,
thing to
but
like,
he's thinking about society. He's thinking bigger than outside of just music and art as
yeah,
we
because
see
he has
it
a
for real.
fucking god complex.
I mean, yeah,
sure,
but like,
yeah.
but like he fucking right for real. Like when he was talking about the abortion shit, he was like, I don't necessarily think like if you want to do that shit, go ahead and do that shit. But he's like, but it should also be enough. He said a plan A,
But
that
it's-
like you can go and get help.
But if
in
you
a-
want to
like
do
a-
something, if you want to do something that like special or something like that, you know,
Yeah,
like,
'cause-
like driven for like the people. If you really want to do that, then that needs to be your life's work, not fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Like you need to.
But
focus
like
your
you
shit
need,
on
but you
that
need somebody to
because,
put
like,
you need to have somebody to put the ideas in the air though.
Well, and the main thing is always the fun.
No, the
Because they
ideas
know-
are already there.
Ain't no,
like fucking.
but I
like,
mean, not really though.
you don't
'cause
need
I ain't
Kanye to tell you fucking kids need a house.
You don't need Kanye to tell you that shit, but I'm just saying that like it really fucking should be something that could help support people if they can't take care of their kids.
Exactly, because at the end
Sure,
of the
that
day,
all that Kanye needs to be doing is fucking putting his money into shit because he's not really in a position to fucking own like a, you know. Like,
yeah, but most things take
own a
idea and
halfway house or
funding.
some
You need
shit.
money and the idea. But the
Yeah.
thing
The
is,
idea's there.
I bet you a lot. Like choice always needs to be the first option. Everyone needs to always have a choice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I bet you a lot of people do choose a certain option because of financial stability.
that's the
and the
main
thing is,
reason.
welfare, because I grew up on that shit, is not
Same.
giving you a sustainable life.
It's not.
So if he's really understanding that and saying, people could be presented with an option where they could really take care of their child, because you can't really take care of your child on welfare. You can barely, maybe. It's a big ass maybe. So if he can implement a program where you actually could, maybe people wouldn't make that choice. But it still needs to always be a choice, obviously.
And like, I get what you said, Nick, that like, yeah, he need to be actively trying to do this shit. If you want to do it, dedicate your life toward doing that shit. Like, I'm not finna vote for this nigga for president.
What the fuck is that?
You know what I'm
shit?
saying?
Yeah, that shit is.
I'm not finna vote for Kanye, but like I'm saying, but like you still need somebody to step up and put these ideas in the air.
The
like,
ideas are in the air, and I guess it's kind of cool that he's using his platform.
I mean, shit, I
but
never
he's also
thought,
using his platform to like bring motherfuckers up on stage. Like I mean, we don't have to talk about all
yeah.
that.
I mean, no, but he was talking.
Like,
he spoke on that shit too, and like I said, it's
just
some
bring Manson too.
it's
Like his
some
Sunday
shit.
service
It's
shit.
like I said, it's a lot of shit he said on there that I don't agree with and I don't fuck.
Don't
with.
get it twisted. I love the beautiful people, man.
No, but I'm just saying though, like we all know
care
Kanye is
about the
crazy,
beautiful
man.
people.
We already know he's insane, but like I liked what he said about the Donda shows being like that's the art itself. The process of him making the art is the art itself. I liked that little tidbit because it made me think about what Show You Suck It said when he was on here. When he was like, y'all just got to enjoy making the shit for
Enjoy
real.
the
That's
process.
true. Yeah, like just
Yeah.
like, keep doing it, and but also it's like a lot easier to say when you have, yes,
Resources
you have
and shit.
people around you saying
Yeah,
yes
bro.
all the time and like unlimited fucking money.
Yeah.
Also, the other side to that, though, what a lot of people don't realize, and probably us because we dork out on this shit, the average mainstream consumer doesn't care about the process. They just want to hear
No,
the
they
fucking
wanna hear
music.
something cool.
So they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people are just like, I want to hear your song on the radio. I don't care. So they don't care about all this
why I
other
think
bullshit.
he went around it in a weird way. Like he got all this money, got really big, got very popular, but like not for the reasons that like, they're the people that were around first that are like, love Kanye for like how he started and kind of understand where he went and where it went muddy or like kind of south. But the majority of people are just like, oh shit, I just want to hear something good or
Exactly.
something cool. Like
They don't
something
care
easy
about
to
the
listen
behind the
to.
scenes shit.
I mean, that's just
They don't
music.
care about
That's
the
just music and
opinions.
art in general.
And, like,
though. So the masses want fucking something easy. They want something like.
And like when I
Give it to me
say
now.
Exactly.
when I say that I don't fuck with like I ain't fuck with his new shit, that's because I didn't fucking like the music.
The music was bad for him. It was really, really bad.
I don't fuck with the music for real.
There was a very low point, though, where, like, I'll never forget about that point where he was on the, like, MAGA hat, slavery is a choice type
Jesus
shit.
Christ,
that
dude.
shit is ridiculous, and it'll always be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like anyone's forgetting that was a thing.
Yeah.
But he seems
Here's
like
the
he's
thing.
wrangled in his ideas, and he's in a better space, you know?
I feel like we're talking to the point right now about something that's super important in art and just life and culture and shit like that in general. But we just spent like 20 minutes talking about Kanye West when we should be talking about our friends that are super fucking talented, super fucking good at shit that like they deserve a spotlight more than Kanye does. Like Kanye's
I mean,
not gonna hear
yeah.
this shit.
I mean, yeah, but like low key, Kanye was dropping game in that interview about how niggas need to get on for real.
Exactly.
Like he was talking about all of that
Well, I
shit.
didn't listen to it. Maybe I'll have
And
to
that's the
give it a
thing,
listen.
too. If you really want to talk about that for a second, I feel like we do know talented people, and a lot of people do, but a lot of people want to be in a position that they're not willing to put the work into.
Facts.
And a lot of times it's not even about the work, it's about that one right moment that just only happens to some people.
Yeah, there's
the
that
most
spark or
talented
that
people.
luck, like everything's together at the right moment.
Exactly.
Kind of thing, yeah.
There's somebody super talented that's working really hard everywhere. They just didn't have that magical moment where they met the right person at the right time. So it's not all about like you be like work hard. Maybe you can still work hard and be talented and not ever make
I'm
it.
not saying that
Yeah.
at
You
all.
know, like-
I think what I'm trying to say is like we just spent 20 minutes talking about Kanye when like the real issue is we're talking about like people that give a shit about art and like give a shit about culture.
No,
and
but
shit like that.
but
Like,
we
not
gotta
saying he
gotta
doesn't.
talk about Ye. We gotta talk about the Ye interview because like he was actually.
I didn't
saying
watch
some
this shit.
He said, you know what else he said that I fucked with? The
guys
last
talk
thing,
about it.
the last thing that he said that I fucked with was when he was like, when he was talking about like I don't read very well and like I don't have, I'm not good at numbers and motherfuckers want to like look at this shit and be like, well, you can't do this and you can't do this instead of being like, okay, well you can, so you should help me out. Like the sense of community.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like
Coming
that goes
together.
back to what you talking about. Like niggas need to have a sense of community and try to help other motherfuckers. Just
Kanye doesn't
because-
know what community is anymore, dude. Like, I don't
But
know
I'm
what the fuck,
saying though,
like,
but you not listening. I'm trying to say that he was like,
he was at one point.
like, but why is it? But why
Not
is it?
anymore.
But why it gotta be like that though?
Why can't you have like more money than anyone you've ever met in your life?
It's not even
and
about money
still-
right
It's
now.
not even
He's not
about
saying
money.
anything
I'm
about
talking
money.
about. I'm talking about
But
why.
no, but having that much
I'm
puts
talking
you
about-
in a community that has nothing to do with the
You
community
not
we
even
know.
hold up.
But he wasn't always in that community. That's the whole thing.
He talking about.
I'm
He's
saying,
talking about why can't
When
we
you
up?
get that amount, you
Why-
forget that community.
We not talking about no amounts. We talking about why motherfuckers just can't want to help you just because they want to help you. You know what I'm saying? Why it's
I
always,
guess
you know what I'm
not
saying?
all- yeah.
And he was just like the system that we brought up on this capitalism shit. He was talking about it like rewards. It, like he was saying that like because like what was he talking about? General income, like when you just get bread every month. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be motherfuckers that's gonna fuck off their bread. If you get fucking $1,000 a month from the government, it's gonna be niggas that gonna fuck their bread off. You know what I'm saying? But that's also gonna put value on different things. Like right now, our value is on things like that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Clothing labels and logos and shit. That's just because the bread is not accessible for everybody to get it. If everybody got $1,000 a month, everybody could buy Jordans.
That's like mad communist.
Yeah,
So-
that's some face value shit.
But he's saying that. The what we hold value on would switch to other shit.
Well, I mean, value is only put on what the people put the value into.
Exactly. And
Like
that's-
if people didn't care about brands and shit, then it would A, be something different, but B, those brands wouldn't exist on
But
the
he
level
was
they
saying.
exist.
But he
in.
was saying. But that's the reason why niggas won't just help just because of we can't have a community where everybody like push each other up. It is some communist shit, but like that's what he was. That's what he was talking about for real. And like, yeah, we need to have that. When motherfuckers just want to see the vision and just like help motherfuckers get on.
And it's good that he's kind of like, putting out like the baseline shit like that, like in the, in the position he's
And
in.
talking about it,
It's good. It's good that
Motherfuckers
someone
in the-
in his like on his platform is, or like in his position is able to
Yeah,
say something
especially
that.
like in the black community, it's not enough niggas talking like that. For real.
Yeah, and even in the position he's in, if you work with him and you'd even do like a snare on a beat, he will credit you on that bitch and you get publishing.
Yeah.
You could do a snare and he's like, I'll put you on the credits. You'll get pub off of
Yeah.
it.
He-
Which
I'm
a lot of
not-
people wouldn't do that.
He don't have
Look,
to do
man.
none of that shit. He don't have to come on here and talk none of that shit. He could just stay in Calabasas and just chill for the rest of his life.
And that's why I appreciate he did Nori's shit because he could just not.
Exactly.
He doesn't
He
have to
coulda-
do that shit.
And he did a podcast, which is why we finna go up
You don't
for
think
real.
that part of that's like a little performative, like a little bit like
But like
Maybe, but he could go on the biggest platform. He could talk to like Oprah.
Yeah,
He's like,
he
I'm going to
wanted
talk to
to.
Nori. You know what I mean? Which is tight.
Yeah.
Where they take shots and fucking kick it, you know?
Oh,
said-
is that the
Yeah,
the interview. He was on Drink Champs, yeah.
what is that like a small fucking
It's not small at all, but it's like it's not a formal.
It's in his
type
family.
thing,
It's
yeah.
in his family of people that he came up with.
So you think if you
Cause the Biggs was in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like Nori's heavy New York, so he fuck with all them New York old cats from like the late
you doing
'90s,
that
early
one?
2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. He made a beat for Nori back in the day. They talked
Yeah.
about that.
And he said he gave him that bitch for free. He said he couldn't even afford it, and he just gave it to him for free. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm always gonna love Ye. I don't necessarily have to love what he's doing.
I just think fucking
I don't necessarily have to love what he doing or love what he talking about or being the way he talking about. But I mean, I still love that nigga, man. Even
Yeah.
though he fucking sucked.
So just to sum it up, it's a good watch. Definitely check it
all right, I'll
out.
check it out.
Because I know a lot of people are turned off to Kanye at this point, but that's a good watch.
I mean,
But them boots is loud though.
Those boots are dirty.
But the
They're
other
dirty.
ones though, with the
They're
rubber,
$400.
the rubber ones are hard.
Which one are you talking about?
With the orange,
You need to tread lightly right now. Which ones are you talking
with the
about?
orange rubber around them boots is hard. It's yellow, yeah.
Barry's colorblind and shit.
It's like a light. It's like a orangey yellow. Hold on, you ain't seen them yet?
I might have seen them. I
not
just don't
yet.
know what
No,
you're talking
sorry.
about. I know the ones that dropped today are fucking
Yeah, I don't
terrible.
like those.
This is
Them
really
is
reaching
ugly.
with this one, with this
ugly as
episode.
hell.
Yeah, I pre-ordered this. You Phil Hauer on the podcast talk about Kanye for 25 minutes.
I mean, we had.
We've been planning this for weeks. You know, like obviously this was planned. We're like, we got to get Nick for the
Yeah.
Kanye thing. We knew he was on Drink Champs, so we were like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely got to
Nick
get
likes to
Nick for
drink.
this one.
Yeah, these new ones is fucking ugly,
Let
boy.
me see.
They all puffy. Hold on, I just passed.
Where are
them
you
to
looking this up at? What the fuck?
Google
Cell phone.
images.
Google Images. Ever heard of it?
You just typed in ugly ass Kanye boots.
Yeah, these bitches right here.
Those are the ones I'm talking. Those
Yeah,
are
they're
horrible.
down. Them horrible. These
Let me see this.
these the new ones that just came out. The horrible
Wait, hold
ones.
on. Those are the bad ones. Yeah,
You
they
see
all
that?
kind of look like that. The other one's orange. Who gives a fuck? Here, let's see.
These is hard.
Those knit runners alone are good. That boot is fucking ass.
Ew, what the fuck?
Them
You think
go
you like
crazy.
those? Dude, it looks like
Them
someone
is
stepped in like a
hard.
looks like someone stepped in a pile of wax or some shit. Like,
Drink Champs. Hey.
Well, shit, we only got Nick for 5 more minutes, so let's chop it up with him. What have you been listening to?
Yeah, it's not like I haven't been here at all.
No. Me and Nick finna start a movie. We have to tell him about the movie.
You're starting a movie.
Short film.
You ain't got enough projects right now,
That's
Barry?
right. That's his.
I mean, it's gonna be
do a
way.
movie?
It's gonna be way in the future. But like Nick is me and Nick finna work on this in 2022.
I like movies.
He's one like I told Nick like he one of the most like knowledgeable people I know when it come to like cinematography and shit.
No, I don't know shit about cinematography.
I mean movies.
I just know movies.
Just like movies. That's what I meant to say. I was trying to sound smart.
There are people that like actually know shit.
Nah, but Nick know a lot. We had a in-depth conversation about Michael Myers the other week.
We can't talk about Mike Myers on the pod again.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
but
like
I'm
45 minutes.
Wait, what's the matter with Mike Myers?
Because I went.
You don't like the love
Perry
guru?
went on a whole.
I went in on it. I went in on it already.
You don't like the
couple weeks
love
ago.
guru? Mike Myers? You don't like that shit? You don't like Shrek, motherfucker?
That's what I'm
Shrek?
talking about.
Yeah.
This what I'm
That's
talking
a
about.
nice
That's why
boulder. I don't like
that's why me
Shrek.
and Nick are making a movie because he just brought up the love guru. Like who knows
Mike, you
that
said
movie?
Mike Myers, dude.
Is that Mike Myers? I thought that was
No, we were talking about Michael Myers. He just said Mike Myers, so I thought I'd make a joke about the worst movie ever made, The Love Guru. Check it out.
Austin Powers.
But yeah, we finna
Yeah.
do a horror movie. I thought about like
Yeah,
probably, what,
horror
20
movie?
minutes, like
yeah, we
20
do like a
minutes.
quick little fucking.
That's so cliche though.
Fuck
Coming
you.
out the gate with the little DIY horror.
I don't give
movie.
a fuck what it is. It go hard.
That's the easiest way to make a little thing, though.
Get-
What do you want us to make like a garden state, like a 20-minute garden state? You want to put on like
Shots fired.
I like a horror movie.
People can't fall in love now. Listen
Listens to Connor Overs once,
it's about most played artist.
100 million times.
Whatever.
But yo,
Get you a
No,
little
dude,
gore.
you know
off.
what'd be dope? Like doing a fucking horror's not all gore.
Gore. Yeah.
Gore, yeah, dude. You know what'd be dope? Like doing a horror movie, but asking Connor if we could like use all his music.
Connor doesn't care about your horror movie, man. He ain't giving
Kanye
you-
doesn't care about your podcast.
He ain't gonna give you first day of my life for that.
But
When is-
I think it's very doable. I think in a year,
of course, it's doable. People do that all day.
yeah, it's very doable. We working on the script right now.
There's like 7 words in the whole horror, John.
No.
It was like,
What the fuck?
Our shit,
don't hurt me.
Our shit finna be good. You
Chase
finna,
me.
I promise you.
Chase me.
I promise
Every
you, if it
relationship
come out
ever.
this Halloween, it's either gonna come out next Halloween, 2022 or
Yo,
2023.
this is it. It should just be about a normal relationship, but it's in the horror category.
Yeah.
Because relationships.
You just,
be fucking
it's just like you wake up in the morning, it's like, you want some eggs? Why'd you ask me if I want eggs? What do you?
yeah, it's just a
What do you
normal
mean? Just ask if
relationship.
you wanted some eggs.
But,
it's like, and then like there's just like a deep like drone behind it. It's like boom. Like, are you going to work today? Yeah. I'm going
But no, for real, like
You know we have a baby shower this weekend, right?
boom.
I think we could really kill it, man. I think we can
That
hit
is terrifying.
for real though.
There's a lot
That's
of
a real
movies
life
like that,
horror.
actually.
Man, look for real though. I think we could actually kill it
right.
for real.
Well,
I think we could make next Halloween. If we don't make next Halloween, we come to the next one after that.
all right, we can try to do that.
If the trailer don't come out,
You know what?
20 minutes.
Right now, at this point in my life, I'm about like actually like going after things. Like, I was drawing for a long time, and Tor like made me do that shit, and like, people like the shit, and I want to draw.
yeah.
So
for sure.
like,
The thing is, like, just like
I
I was-
can do shit, and like I'd be down
I was
to
ranting.
like, try it.
I was ranting at him last
least
week,
try
man.
it.
And I was telling him, I was like, bro, like niggas ain't finna give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be hungry. You got to go out there
Yeah,
and
but
get
like
it.
if you want to actually like make a real movie, you got to find someone to like put some money into.
Nigga, we
Like,
finna do this shit.
at
It's
least a
gonna be-
little bit.
It's gonna be 20 minutes, man.
Yeah, dude,
But
20
look-
minutes cost some
But
goddamn
listen,
fucking money. Dude.
I was telling him the other day, like at this point in our lives, like motherfuckers ain't finna give us shit. You know what I'm saying? If it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen already. Like ain't nobody finna give us shit. If we want to do
that's
some
how
shit,
movies
we
are
gotta
made.
do it.
People give people shit, and then if it doesn't fucking cash out when
We finna
it's released,
see.
they don't get shit anymore.
I'm finna
and they
take
don't
it.
work
I'm
anymore.
gonna fuck around, take your name off the movie.
with the
man.
way technology is now, you don't really need that big backing anymore.
That's actually pretty
You don't
true.
need that big backing for real. Like we've been renting shit for these videos from the camera store and shit. Like I know I got that shit on lock. Technical shit I got on lock for real. So like we finna knock this shit out, man. Just when you want to get into this hot shit, we at the town.
Yeah, bring it in.
Yeah, man. First off, I gotta let y'all know, man. Me and Nick throwing an event, the Bad Luck Market 2. That's gonna be at the Avondale Bowl. How you say it? Avondale.
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 I don't know how you
Always
struggle with
Are
this
you
word
from
so much.
Chicago?
I struggle with it.
Perry can't wait to tell you he's from Chicago. But he
Yeah,
can't
He
say
doesn't know how to
Avondale.
say Avondale.
We at the bowling alley, man,
Avondale.
right there on Milwaukee and Pulaski, man. So pull up on us on Thursday.
It's
we finna have
Pulaski.
we finna have my boy Justice Hill up there. He finna be rocking it, Big Gid and that motherfucker. You already know. And then we
Phoenix.
got My boy Devin gonna be DJing in Phoenix right here. We finna play her shit for the hot shit, man. This Baby Blue by Phoenix Wave, man. Let's get it. Past guests on the podcast too. This shit hot. You heard the track? Yes, sir. Yo, that was Phoenix Wave, man. She gonna be at the Bad Luck Market, man, next week. Well, this week now.
This week now.
Avondale Bowl.
Avondale.
11-11.
Perry
man.
struggled with his Chicago accent. How do you pronounce these things?
Avondale.
It's just Avondale.
Avondale. Like, don't think about it too hard. Like, Paulina. He would be like Paulino. Because that's what the bus says.
Yeah, on the Bad Luck Market, man. Bailey gonna be up there. Let me introduce y'all to Bailey. Y'all already know Bailey, man. Y'all listen to the shot. You should show you already know.
Period. I'm finna be selling some art over there too. Come fuck with me. Bad Luck Records all day.
Yes, sir.
I'm selling art too.
All right, dude.
Oh yeah, Nick selling art at that motherfucker too, man. So yeah, we gonna be in there. Come have a drink with us, man.
I'm at the rap.
Support your local artists, man. They share the same zip code as you. Fuck with them.
Hell yeah. So what's next on the docket, man?
What you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Fairfax. I love that shit.
Yeah, good looking for putting me on that.
If y'all
shit.
see that show, Fairfax is on Amazon. It's a cartoon. It's like an adult cartoon about like hype beast shit. This shit is so funny, man. Well, it's not all about hype beast shit. They got the one hype beast dude, then they got the one artsy dude.
I mean, it's just about a hipster life.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
It's about like hipster life
Is it
right
like
now.
people we know? And
Yeah.
you're seeing,
There's people
Yeah,
that
exactly.
There's people that mirror.
Yeah,
people
and then
we
they
know.
got then they got like the activist chick.
yo,
on there and
it's always
shit.
something to be relatable.
But she still be wearing latrine.
Yeah, everybody, but I mean, but that's what it is. Still, everybody
y'all
be wearing
said-
latrine. Still,
Wait, I overheard this shit because I haven't seen Fairfax.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
Bailey,
haven't seen it yet, but
Remember-
they said that. What did you say?
you know,
Fair?
remember we was in LA
Because it's based on Fairfax.
Remember we was in
LA.
LA. We went to on Fairfax where all the like hype beast stores and
Yeah.
shit was at. They go. It's about these 3 kids that go to 4 kids. They get the normcore dude. The normcore dude. They were like, bro, sick normcore.
I don't even know what that means.
This means you're mad normal.
Yeah. But they go to that school, that high school that's right there on Fairfax.
Oh yeah. When me and Perry were out there, it's like, damn, it's actually crazy that you just grew up in a regular high school setting and that was your high school.
Yeah.
While we're over here in our Midwest wave, like being like, damn, high school's like this, but what was it like when you
I mean, it's
We're over
crazy if you think
there.
about it because one of the most famous skate spots is Hollywood High School. People go to that school.
Damn.
Is that the school on Tony Hawk?
It's the 12 stair and the 16 stair.
Oh, true,
But people
true.
just go to the fucking school. Like people that skate go to that school.
Because they
And it's
schools
like, oh,
is
yeah, the shit's
outside, for real. They hallways and
for
shit is
real.
outside, like
they
on
go to
Disney
next
Channel.
period. Yeah. You go outside and get some wind. Like,
Yo.
what?
No, yeah, because when me and Bailey, it was Bailey's first time in LA. This was it's like 5 years ago now, but like
That was not 5 years ago. We were doing the pod. Oh,
yeah.
that was the second time.
that
y'all
was
went
the
out there.
first time we did. That was the first week the second week we did the pod when we went out to LA. Yeah, and I was just like, babe, we was going walking down Melrose, and I was like, this is literally like the internet like manifested in a physical form.
And you literally saw that shit. I didn't even know Dolls Kill, and fuck Dolls Kill. I'm putting that on record, but I didn't even know. And it was like walking down Melrose was literally like, damn, you didn't seen everything that you ever saw that what had any kind of steam or was popping right there, and actually a physical store.
on the internet, it's like anything I ever seen on the internet is on that street.
Like
for
they have
real.
a store, and I thought it was all internet wave until
Yeah.
you got there, and I'm like, you
You
have an
literally
actual
got all
tangible
your,
store.
you literally got all of your internet shit on that street between Melrose and Fairfax. You got Supreme, you got
Supreme
Odd
moved,
Future. Oh, it did. You got Crooks and Castles.
The Hundreds closed down. I
Hun-
think Crooks and Castles closed down.
Oh, did it?
I was just about to say
Hundreds was
Crooks
dope
and-
because it was like around the corner and that little cut for
Yeah.
real. What else is on that street? Then you got all your like metal punk and metal stores. You got that Fred Perry store, that punk
And I
store.
always fucking love that shit. Period. I don't
You
care
got
how much money you got.
Sneaker
if you running
Palace.
that shit, man. Let
Sneaker
the
Palace
people
still there.
know.
That's where that dude just got killed recently.
Yeah. Oh, for
Sneaker
yeah, right.
Over
And
the
you
sneakers.
got, and then you got your dolls kills and shit,
Yeah.
and your motherfucking Joy Rich and shit.
Yeah.
Joy Rich used to go hard.
The Diamond
They
store
did.
is still over there.
Oh yeah, the Diamond store lit, big as hell. That's funny, is because like I didn't even know Diamond was popping until my first time in LA. I knew it was popping, but I was like, they got this big ass store.
But the thing is, when y'all went a couple years ago, Diamond in the U.S. was already kind of dead.
Yup.
It's still really big in Japan.
I'm talking about like my first time in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day when they were doing the collabs with like Wiz and Currency, Diamond was huge.
Yeah.
But then they killed themselves, which everyone does. They go to the mall and you try to get that mall check, and then you lose all your core customer base.
Yeah.
But they're still lit in Japan. And
No
then he
one
did
wants
those.
that shit that you can just get out the mall like that.
I mean, people that gravitate towards streetwear most likely aren't going to want the same thing everyone else is wearing.
But
That's the
how-
whole thing. You want something different. You want to know about something that people don't really
But that's
know.
when I realized it was fried though, because I was with Bailey too. Remember we was at the mall and I was like, they got a little streetwear store in the mall now.
Nah, for
Yeah, it's because people
Like-
want foot traffic, but there's not even foot traffic in the mall
No,
anymore.
it was a million 12-year-old kids in that store, like with their moms buying the plastic.
And that shit
wrap
was
shoes.
difficult because they talking the same shit. If you pass by somebody, they're talking the same shit that we're talking about. But I'm like, damn, this also has a little ass kid who's talking about copying some shit off their parents.
But that's what that's what it is, man. Everything like moving a cycle. Like I remember when American Apparel was new. You know what I'm saying? And then they got in the malls, and then it flew by. Nas this shit. Like you could go buy the new Yeezys, like all the Supreme shit. Like Round 2 is in the mall. It's mad little stores that's like Round 2 in every mall now.
Yeah, but that's also killing that culture. Like the vintage culture is going to be so picked over
Yeah.
because there's a million Depop's and fucking vintage
That's
stores.
what I'm saying. It's
It's
fried
going to get
now.
to the point where everything is just gone.
All
But how
of
do
that-
y'all feel about that though? Because you guys be like wearing this shit, and it was very inclusive to you. If you even sought it out to go ahead and buy it, when you see it in a place where mass people have access to it. It'd be accessibility. So like motherfuckers don't even have to sit on the internet and do anything. They can, just like Perry said, like you can go into the mall and go to round 2, which is crazy.
Well, it ain't round 2, but it's some
or
shit that's like
something
round
like
2.
that. And they have all of this shit that
mean,
people sit on the net and wait for it. And it's like you put it in such a generic place like a mall. Everyone has access to it. But it's like, how do y'all feel about that? Because you guys, both of y'all sat there and have definitely like waited for like a drop or something and like copped that off of that. And I feel like that's such a authentic feeling to make it such regular retail. Almost takes away from
it. Just made me want to keep on going past it, man. It made me want to make my own shit, man.
I always just find new shit because there's always new shit coming
Exactly.
out.
It's always new shit coming. It made me want to find the new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which is kind of what I've always been on. I wasn't always
because it's
really
only
trying
a
to
matter
be
of
on the
time.
hype
Nothing
shit.
gonna stay cool forever.
Yep.
It's impossible for you to stay cool forever, for real.
And I've been wearing more like just quality garments that are like unlogoed.
Like,
that's been like the new shit I've been on. Really.
I remember when Tommy started being not cool no more, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when like niggas was like, you still wearing Tommy? You know what I'm saying? I remember.
I mean, dude,
though.
2 years ago, Ralph Lauren was teetering going out of business.
Yeah.
They were like, they closed their flagship store in New York. Because ain't nobody fucking with polo like that. You know what I mean?
Except
Like
me.
that shit is like
Except
dead.
the niggas with glasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. Like they ain't nobody finna. You not finna seek out no Nautica now.
Yeah, vintage
Absolutely.
Nautica. There's more of a market for. There's not even new Nautica.
I remember when FUBU was hard. I remember all that shit was hard. Shit
Niggas
gonna
are
keep on
definitely
moving.
Not copping FUBU right
Shit is
now,
gonna
bro.
keep on moving. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
is Supreme? So that's a real thing. Is Supreme finna be the new FUBU?
and this is where
Supreme's gonna go away soon.
this is where we come to. all
Or
the
they're gonna
time.
like get to a point, which is weird because they're gonna die off where it's not gonna be generating the money it is. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what VF Corp does with it because they bought it because it was like a money fucking grab, and it's like teetering. Like I don't know. I bought my first Supreme thing in 2 years yesterday. I got that Junior Watanabe CDG collab because it's fire. But no, it's like it's losing its like interest because they're making it so blown up. It's not even they're making it more available because it's still hard to get. But it's just the designs are getting worse and it's just everywhere. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody really trying to be wearing the same shit as a 12-year-old. So that's
For
fucking
real,
weird. You know what I
okay.
mean? You're like as a grown ass adult, you know, like I don't want to be. If I was at like the store copping some shit and I was wearing some Supreme shit and a 12-year-old kid was standing next to me, I'd be like,
It takes away the value, bro. This is quality.
I hate to bring it back to it, but that's what Kanye was saying in the interview. He did say that, man. He touched on that for real.
I ain't hear it, so
He touched on that for real. Like like shit go. He was talking about remember he was talking about when he used to go to Massachusetts.
Wyoming.
No. He was talking about when he was a kid, he would go visit his dad or something.
Oh yeah, because his mom
And he
got
was
the
like-
job in Chicago.
And he was like, he had come back to Chicago. He had wear the shit that was fly in Chicago. And he'd go over and be like, niggas don't wear that shit no more.
Yeah, it's crazy how fashion is regional, but I think the internet has slowly changed that, where now everyone knows everything about the whole country.
Well,
because before there was like even regional slang, and that's kind of becoming non-existent because of the internet, and everyone communicates with everyone across the country. Where before, unless you traveled, you were really only talking to people where you lived. But now you talk to everyone everywhere because of the internet. So you pick up on different things like clothing, dialect, all that shit. So it's not like unique to anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what's crazy is before we've talked about a million times, if someone had a certain thing, you looked at it a certain way because you could only get it in one place. Now you can get anything wherever you want.
Yeah.
Even if like certain like boutiques or whatever, if you came to Chicago, you would get a St. Alfred hat. And if you went back to Boston, people like, oh, you fuck with this shop in Chicago. Now you just go to stalfred.com, grab that bitch.
Yep.
You don't have to like even have gone there and known really about it. You can
Does
just
that
order
make
whatever.
you guys not want to cop some shit? And I only say that because Kurt, if y'all don't know that, y'all don't know this voice in the flesh, he'd be like dressing. So it's just like you specifically, only because I know you actually give a fuck about what you're actually wearing. Does that make you even step away because things all of a sudden just start being like they just try to figure out how much money they can make, and it's like, damn, if Amy got into a fucking mall.
Yeah.
Like, are you still wearing Amy? Are you still doing that shit? Because that's good quality shit, but it's like, just like Supreme. It's like, if you got that chance and someone gave you that avenue, do you take it or do you not take it? Because everyone's just trying to get money at the end of the day, unfortunately. But it can tarnish your brand. Like, Supreme meant something until it didn't.
I mean, what I've always said, because I've obviously been fucking with this forever, When people, like I said, when you go to a mall, to me, it's like dead. Like I'm not fucking with it. But what I've always said is once you get to the mall, if you take that route and you choose that, you don't need my money anymore. You're looking for other people's money.
Yep.
Like I supported you to the point where I needed to. Now you're on a different thing. I'm gonna move on. It's like a thing where you got to part ways with the thing you're connected to, because at that point you're not connected to it anymore. The reason I always was drawn to streetwear is because I backed what the brand was doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm wearing your logos and shit, and hopefully they're designed well. But I actually do rock with like your like mission statement. But once you choose to go to the mall, I don't rock with it anymore, and you don't need my money anymore because you're getting money from all these other people.
To that point.
So
I think I was gonna say that's kind of like connected to this is just that like it's fashion and style is different. You know what I'm saying? Like style, you could have style, but fashion is something that like repeats itself. Fashion is something that people
It's
go
cyclical.
to. It's cyclical. People literally go to school to study fashion. You know what I'm saying? That's different than style, which like wearing what you want to wear type shit. I like how you dress type shit. Whether than I like what's in style right now, like what fashion is coming around right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because even if you want to be in the now and trendy, you still got to know what pieces and shit fits you, fits your like personality, your body type.
Yeah.
You can't just be wearing the hot shit because
Yeah,
it might not
exactly.
look good on you.
Exactly.
You got to find what fits with your whole aesthetic
And,
and
like-
like stay in like that realm.
And a lot of what you talking about, Bailey, how things like brands is hiding, they falling. That's part of like fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about Givenchy earlier today, and we were just like,
when
don't
T-Shi
nobody,
was up there and
don't
shit.
nobody wear Givenchy no more. But like, when Givenchy popped out with the Rottweiler tees and shit, like that had already been a fashion house for how long? 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Shit come back around everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's fashion.
Yeah,
But-
they've all had ups and downs, like Saint Laurent, Celine. It's all. If you looked at the chart over the years, it'd be wavy.
But that's
There's
because
ups
you
and downs
guys
of
That's
all
like
of that
in
shit.
2019, Dior started popping. Niggas they thought
Y'all
about
are-
Well, 'cause they got
Dior.
Kim
but
Jones,
you
though.
both are like really like into like fashion. Like you talking about what
Mm.
you're wearing. It's like almost like, yeah, I want to hear what y'all have to say about it because you're more in tune about what I'm talking about. These people are so surface level about fashion that it doesn't make no sense. So it's
No.
just like when people, I get what you're saying,
That's-
that fashion
that's
just
because-
goes this way, but it's like, how do you, again, it goes back to Kurt, because Perry be wearing some shit too, okay? Let's not get it twisted.
Yes,
My
sir.
friends
Yes,
are
sir.
just fashionably for it, but
Hit
it's
the
like,
horns.
how do
Where
you
the
do
horns?
as like the consumer? Ain't nobody signing no check. We're not sponsored or anything, but I continuously want to buy your stuff. When they start making these, and it's to you, you know, you're just a regular person. You can't say anything about their business place, but it's like, how do you even, if you do or not, stand by any brands that you do wear when they start making these plays where you can see that they want more money than a person who generally love this shit. Like just like what you were saying, Kurt, like I wanted to wear this shit because I fucked with your mission statement, that part. And then when you start getting too hot, it started being like you have all these avenues to make money. How do you stick behind a brand?
But you
know,
like in that Supreme case and a lot of other brands, like it's not the same niggas doing it no more.
No, people move on. Creative directors change,
fair enough.
and that's usually what swings a brand, especially in those like fashion houses. You'll notice a big like Gucci, like Alessandro brought Gucci back. Gucci was not popping, and he became the creative director, and there's a big upswing because like they just bring a new dynamic to the brand.
It's like we were talking about Dior. Kim Jones came to that motherfucker.
Exactly. The thing is, you got to understand in life, you just got to understand like nothing's forever. Like nothing. It's whether it's like super serious like relationships or clothes. Nothing is going to be forever. Nothing's going to be the way you want it to forever because things change, and a lot of people are uncomfortable with change. But it really is throughout your whole life. Change is inevitable.
That's why I
So
said-
you got to be okay with like, okay, this time is done now.
That's
as much
why-
as you cared in that moment is over.
That's why you got to be in tune with you and what you like.
Exactly,
You got to find your
period.
own
Speak
personal
on that
style.
shit, Perry.
Because you got to find your own personal style. Because it's impossible if you didn't go to school for fashion and that fashion is not your life. It's impossible to keep up with all the fashion shit.
Yep.
For real.
And sometimes the
Literally
more
there.
you know, though, can be detrimental because you start to like you look at things in the wrong way. And I feel the same way about like design, like graphic design. You can tell everyone that went to school for graphic design because the shit they design looks exactly the fucking same because they teach you that. And the thing is, design should never be taught because it should be open format. Like it should be based off like feel.
Mm-hmm.
It should be like
it's still
like no,
art
that's
at
not
the end of
designed
the
well
day.
because it doesn't
You
look
should-
like this.
You need to
Absolutely.
learn the skills to do what you want to do.
And then just put it out
and
there.
take it further, and not
Exactly.
just the format that they taught you. Like, cause just like Kurt was saying, man, they teach you all the format. You can see a bunch of graphic design shit that just looks like everyone else's shit, but it's cause they were taught that in college. Like, y'all paid money to learn that, and yes, it's definitely like, I guess the generic way to look at things, but it's like almost like you have to take what you get from like the art college aspect and take it a little bit further for it to stick. You can't
like-
just sit with the, the uniform.
And I ain't even gonna lie, like being a motherfucker that went to design school, your teachers will tell you that shit.
Yeah.
Your teachers would tell you that for real. They was like, you could do this, but like if you really trying to do some shit, like you got to do some different shit.
Because
Well, you
that's the
gotta
only way
stand
you're going to
out.
stand
Do what
out.
you wanna do.
Exactly. Period, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, some people just don't know how to not take it so literally though.
Yeah,
and
like-
they just produce like the like mass market shit.
Yeah, because I definitely used to feel that way because like I'm a designer. That's like my job title, junior designer. You know what I'm saying? I fucking went to school for that shit. And like my biggest thing is that like I work with people that like really want their shit to be super professional and like do shit. I'm like, bro, we got to do what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very comfortable with myself and just like doing whatever I could do using all the tools I could get. Like I don't need a red cam. You know what I'm saying? If all we got is the phone, let's run it. You know what I'm saying? And I guess one, because I'm confident in my own design skills and my own like creative skills. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is that like niggas done popped off of less before it.
Yeah, but you really gotta know and like be careful with that. Like with design, it's a little different, but it's different with when people just put shit out when it could be better.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're playing with. Especially like an easy example is like clothes. Like some people are so quick to like, I want to put out merch. And they're like, I don't have that much money. So I'm gonna put out like mid merch.
Yeah.
When you just gotta either at that point just put nothing out.
You have to be
know, like-
confident
And
in
it's
your
facts.
own skills for real. Cause like
but skills don't play a part when it comes to like presentation. And shit.
I mean, exactly. Like you got to make sure it's put out right. You got to make sure it's doing that. But I'm just saying that, like, for me, like, I done found most success that like taking. You got to use what you got. I didn't like made shit with shit that I had, and that do better than like when I rented the camera. You know what
You
I'm saying?
definitely care more about, if you're talking about attention to detail, you definitely care more about that, because I hear what Kurt's saying, because like, yeah, if this is really your passion, this is what you're really about, you're going to sit there and like hone in and get it exactly how you want, quality, price. I'm going to do it like this. But I also understand, Perry, when it's like the come up and you knew this is what you wanted to do, you were cutting corners and shit like that, but it's also the amount of time that you take with that cutting corners to make sure that it is what it is.
Exactly,
Because you have to
can't-
cut more corners, you don't have the dollars. You have to cut more corners, but it's still like, I have a vision and I need to come through. And if I don't have the money to fund this, I still want it to look like this. Yes, it won't be that same quality, because quality is key. If you talking about any of the shit that we're talking about, quality is key. But it's like taking that extra step to just make sure all your T's are crossed and your I's are audited,
Yeah.
like just to make sure it is that drop that you want it to be, even without the funds. But
Cause like
There's two, like, hold up real quick.
Yeah.
So I got like, there's two different things you can play off with this. Like you can take music, right? Let's take two examples, music and clothes, because it's easy. With music, you're like, all right, I'm trying to get my music out. You record it at the crib. Vocals could be a little crisper. The mix could be a little better, right? You're still getting your message across where people are like, damn, this is kind of fire. It could sound a little cleaner. That's cool. You're not charging people money for it.
Yeah.
You're making some shirts or something, and people spent their money on the shirt and they get it. You got a fucking Gildan tag still in that bitch. It's printed shitty. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're taking the consumer's bread and giving them a physical product that sucks. When you could have just not put it out because you
Yeah.
couldn't afford to put it out.
Absolutely.
With music, it's a different venture. It's a different medium.
Yeah.
Where people still can get the message of your music and be like, yeah, the mix could be better, but they still get it. They don't want to try to understand your clothing brand.
But that's
Like
what I
maybe they'll
feel-
get there
But like-
one day.
The
Like,
extra oomph
when I
that
say
you put.
when I say use what you got, like if your bread lounge and you did a one color t-shirt, make sure that motherfucker hit though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was
Right,
saying
yeah.
about Perry, just somebody who I knew who
Like-
put his best foot forward to try to make all this shit. I never saw anything that he didn't even look at second. Like, whatever, when we were shorties, yeah. But it's like, just like regular, I just want my shit out there. But I've even seen him as the years progressing, just like, I only have this to work with. And utilizing all of your resources, bro, it just be like praise. Because people don't even do that to
Yeah.
make their shit look like $1,000.
Yeah, because like
Use your resources.
and also depend on what you trying to do with it. You can't come out with some shit and act like it's Kith when it's like, you know what I'm
For
saying?
real, when it's
you better charge.
gilding,
If that
just
shit
like
is
you
bogus,
said,
you can't
Kurt.
get the tax put in. That shit costs $15. Fuck is you talking about?
And you
know what
could
I'm
just
saying?
do that instead of just
That shit costs
rushing.
$15. You can't charge me $40 for some shitty shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta treat it like what it is. And the last thing I'm gonna say on it is that, like, if that's your skill level at the time, that's your skill level at the time. Me, myself, I like to grow with artists. I like to fuck with artists and like see how they progress. You know what I'm saying? Like-
Yeah, but I mean, you already know too what I was just saying earlier. It's dependent on the medium.
Yeah,
like you ain't
depending on
gonna,
the
you
medium.
ain't gonna buy 72 shitty garments of clothes just to rock with someone.
But
if their music's slowly getting better, yeah, you'll still download
in
it
the, like,
or whatever.
yeah,
you know, like-
in a media aspect, when you talking about media and
Yeah.
shit, like I like to see your progression. I like to go I like to go back and listen to Drake before he knew how to sing.
well, I mean, the perfect example is if you listen to episode 1 through fucking probably 15 of this podcast.
Yeah.
Only
it
the real ones know.
sounds way worse. But the thing is, we weren't charging anybody anything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like if you wanted to be along for the ride. It's different than if you're asking people for their money. You got to come correct if you're trying to take people's money.
Absolutely.
Because everyone, in some way or
Absolutely.
the other, puts in some effort to gain their money. And so if you're asking for it, you need to be proper. You need to come
Exactly.
very proper.
And you need to come correct.
Yeah.
I
There's
don't-
no-
Correct and according.
Like the margin for error in taking people's money is way
You
slimmer.
got some
Okay.
if you got some DIY shit, like I'll support you, but that shit, better not, you not gonna tell me
You
$50.
have to sit there and do the work, bro. If you want to charge
Like, this
$50 for your DIY shit, I promise
need
you
to
need
look
to
like-
put in that
It
work.
need to look like $50.
Cutting
for it.
all corners and this and that and whatever, and maybe it's not printed on the best garment that you could get, but I promise you everything else has to be, and you can do it, because I seen literally my best friend do that shit. From something that seemed very like, oh yeah, I could do that too, to where I was like, damn, he's actually putting more work in than the average person. And that's something to take into consideration. When you don't have the funds to do it, you can still do that shit. Because Barry finna make it happen regardless.
Yeah.
And that's why it'd be like
But, like-
respect for you
But
all
the thing
day,
is,
bro.
if you just
Also know what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
I know
that's what
it is.
makes you maneuver in that way.
Yeah.
I'm still finna. I understood the assignment. I
Yeah.
don't have the money, but I'm giving out something that is definitely quality where people are buying our shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
understood the assignment.
but it also like goes full circle, because if you pay attention and do your due diligence and fuck with the details, you can get a Gildan heavyweight, Gildan hammer. If you take the tag out and sew your own tag in or print some shit, most fucking mass people don't even know it's a Gildan shit.
Absolutely.
But when you slap them in the face and leave the fucking Gildan tag in there,
It's late.
That's what
like,
Perry's
you
just
taught me
saying.
that.
It takes 15, and yeah, and I know,
Kurt taught
and
me that
I
shit.
hope y'all all know that are listening. Like, Kurt care about a fucking garment. Let it be a black hoodie. It's still, that shit finna feel different than a fucking Hanes shit or something like that. But that's where it counts. You know what I'm saying? If it's a basic design, I guarantee you, like, it's gonna be something that you can feel that it's quality, and that means so much more. You asking for 40, 50, $100 of my money? I need to actually grab that shit and feel it feel different.
I didn't have shit before that I got, and I got it in real life, and I was like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be.
for sure. And it's all just the little things. Like we put out those hoodies a year and a half ago. I'm sitting here folding them up, putting them in bags, putting size stickers on the bags. So when you get the thing you just gave us money for, it looks like you spent money on it. Not like I'm not throwing it to you
That's
from the
the-
back of my car. Like, here you go.
Exactly.
Like,
That's the
appreciate
Stuffed
it,
up
bro.
in a fucking, you know, like a sending pack stuffed in there.
But like
you
that's
know?
the art though. That's the art behind it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you have to care that much. If you're putting out merchandise like that, you literally have to care that much, because people will care and they'll see the care. Is anybody trying to give $40 plus for some bullshit stuffed into a bag and with your address on it? Like, it doesn't
man.
work like that.
All right, B. While we got you, what's going on in your world? What's going on in the art world?
I was not ready for this shit, man.
We already know we up at
Because
the,
I'm
the
struggling.
bowling
If I
alley.
make it long story short, and if any artists are listening right now, I just want to save like on some familiarity shit because I haven't even figured it out. And if I'm being 110%, it sucks to even say this right now. I'm not even making art really like that. And it sucks just because of how social media is going right now. You be second guessing yourself so much where it becomes a panic attack. And on top of that, you just don't make nothing. Because you done sat here on TikTok, Instagram, this and that, and you seeing people who aren't even dedicated to your craft make some shit and it be popping, it be hot. They get all the TikTok likes, all this shit. I'm sitting over here at the crib trying to make something, make people feel something, like generically. But yeah, I'm not getting anything popping, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to struggle to get back to where it felt good off a pen on paper type shit, and not because what the internet wanted to see. But unfortunately, if you were in the art game before all of this shit popped like this, you're struggling with the same shit too, man. And it's just like, just push through it because, fuck, I'm finna push through it because I'm an artist. And it just sucks to even see all of this happen and you feel like you can't even touch base because you're not popping on social media. That sucks. Keep making that art, man. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I just have to be at home making some shit in the crib to make people feel some shit instead of being like, damn, while I'm making it, do I need to show people that I'm making it so I can be relevant on social media? Because that's what it's turned into.
Fuck that social media shit. There ain't no dollars in that shit,
That's
man.
what it's turned into,
Bailey selling art at the motherfucking
period. Come
at the bowling alley on
Y'all
the
want to
11th
see
this
some
coming
real
Thursday.
art, some real art, bro? Because I love that ugly art too. And I don't want to say ugly like that, but people know what I'm talking about when I say it. That ugly art, like, bro, I care every line that I make. And sometimes this ugly art is just like, I get it, it's so free, and that's exactly what art is about. But that shit will sell quicker than me making sure that Perry's jawline is on point. You know what I'm saying? And that be, you know, deterring people. But yeah, if any artists are listening, bro, I promise you, just keep pushing through, man, because your skill will push through all of anything being a fad. Yeah, and that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone will fall off, man. This TikTok, maybe it does fall off. You will still be an artist at the end of the day. And a lot of people signed up for this shit because another social media platform came up for me. Yeah. And that's some real shit.
Well, shit. Hell yeah.
Yep.
We also gonna be at Black Friday. Gonna be at Cafe Mustache.
Come fuck with us, man. A real Black Friday where people can actually buy some shit.
Oh yeah, good artists, man. Roy Kenzie and that motherfucker.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I love
be
you,
nice,
Roy.
man. What's this?
Father.
Man, I can sit here. I can sit here talking about father,
That
man.
Bichon freeze
I can sit here and start talking about father too, man.
This episode 120, the Face Value Podcast. We
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
everyone.
Let's go.
We'll be here for you next week.
Casino, lame ass niggas and